Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Hey, it's reading time. The channel message that we're jumping off from today: even when people return to your life, they never truly come back. And then I also got, don't be afraid to send it back. Good news, for a lot of you it's reconciliation time, or at least the opportunity for reconciliation. It's like Taurus to Gemini season. This doesn't have to be an official breakup. It can be a situation that was ongoing, kind of on and off. Kind of emotional disconnect grew. It's gone on long enough that it's not really picking up where you left off anymore, and at this point it is like restarting essentially. We're gonna do a you versus them. So we're about to get you, your thoughts, your point of view, maybe what you need to be doing in this connection, and then we'll flip over to them. Okay, let's get into it. So all things you guys, your point of view. We have Hermit, Five of Cups in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Wands, Two of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Okay. Knight of Wands with Justice, Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the Star. Interesting. One more. The Fool, Queen of Cups in reverse, bottom of the deck. A couple of these for you guys, please. We have Anchor, Frozen, Risky and Present, Soulmate, Conflict in reverse, Bottled Up in reverse, Only You in reverse, with Memories, Fired Up, bottom of the deck. It's 111 as we're getting into this, saying this with all the love in the world. Your energy is so back and forth about this person. You have Frozen, not speaking, Stonewall, not taking action with this Hermit. You guys feel like you've been left alone. You feel very solitary right now, which makes sense. Like Ace of Pentacles in reverse, for some of you the option to reconcile hasn't come in yet. This doesn't have to be no contact, but if there is contact, you guys aren't having the conversations you want to have. With Knight of Wands, it feels relatively surface level to you guys. Knight of Wands is very fast moving, but it's impulsive. From your point of view, this person hasn't really brought you any stability in honestly like a while. I think you guys are really frustrated by the communication you have gotten from this person. With Two of Pentacles in reverse, how you guys feel about this connection changes like day by day. This is really funny because then we have present, but we have memories. Of course, like very directly conflicting energies. Feeling the moment, becoming aware today in the now, mentally present in whatever is happening in the moment. Sometimes you guys are like that about this connection and about this person, but then with memories, with reminiscing, dwelling, good times, looking back, like you guys are so like in two minds about this situation. Part of you is like, okay, in the present moment, look at what this is, but then you're like, okay, but back when things were good, it was so good. Why can't we get back there? With the Fool, you are open to a new beginning. Queen of Cups in reverse, one way to read this, trying not to make a decision from an emotional space. Justice here is the balance between head and heart in this deck. So trying to weigh like, yes, I have these emotions, but let's be logical. Part of you is like, well, I don't want to make a choice just from emotions, and then part of you is like, I do though. I want to say you guys kind of have a gambling mentality about this. We have like Risky, which in this deck is specifically about like unprotected physical stuff. In the context, I don't really think it's that. Fired Up, overwhelming explosion of emotions. Five of Wands, conflict, but I don't think it's conflict with this person. Like literally we have clashes, differences, incompatible, irreconcilable, conflict in reverse. You're not trying to fight with this person, you're trying to fight for this person and for this connection. Part of you is very fired up about this, and you're like, this isn't irreconcilable. There's still enough here that's worth fighting for you. Five of Cups in reverse, I don't think you guys have grieved this connection. You guys don't feel like it's done or sabotaged or hopeless. Like we have the Star upright. You think there's still something here to fight for. You don't want to leave anything on the table. What am I getting? You guys don't really feel like motivated to end this on good terms. I don't think there's a world where you and this person are friends after this. I don't think you guys really have like a bunch of mutual friends where we should maybe quit while we're ahead so we're on decent terms, because we're going to be invited to the same weddings and we don't want to make it weird. We go to the same school, we work tangentially together, or we go to the same gym, like nothing. I don't really see why you guys would see each other again. To you guys, and I have a sneaking suspicion that they are going to have a very different point of view of this. And if we run it into the ground and crash and burn, so what? You guys like very literally want to take the risk. You guys aren't really looking at it like there's a lot to lose here. Like, you guys aren't going to see each other again. And I don't think you guys would choose to see this person again either, because you do have very deep emotions for them. Only you in reverse. If it doesn't end up being you and this person, care about them and you want them to be happy with someone, you want them to have that happy loving relationship, I don't think you're gonna want to see it. I hope you get everything you've ever wanted, and I hope I never have to hear about it. If this is ending no contact, why not keep trying? Why not keep trying? If there's anything left, fight for it. 5 of Cups in reverse. Upright, we have like regrets, guilt, shame. To make sure this ends with like no regrets. No like, oh, what ifs. I don't think this is the exact quote, but leaving in love one more time and always one more time. This time you want to be like so crash and burn with it. You guys don't really care if it ends like no contact versus like no contact. You guys want to hold it together, like with this anchor. You guys are ready to like hold it down. You guys need them to open up a lot more. You guys do need some like gestures of vulnerability from them, because again, balancing head and heart with justice, I think they've been overly logical in this situation. You are hoping for a shift in energy for sure. If soulmates, the one, deep love, spiritual connection, life partner, you do feel this for this person, but it can't be like this. Focused on you, observing you, watching you, there's no one like you in reverse. You felt like you weren't the only one so far. Maybe they have been non-committal, and this doesn't even have to be other people. This can just be other priorities. This person feels distracted to you. Let's just take the risk. What happens if we are all in all the time, full send? So we're gonna get 2 or 3 cards for how you guys are being guided to handle this. Okay, when reconciliation becomes a thing. Thank you, 6 of Cups. We know what we're talking about. So how are you guys being guided to handle that? 10 of Wands in reverse with the Emperor. One more. Jeez, okay. That's crazy. 2 of Swords. You guys are being guided not to make a choice immediately. You guys want to just, again, like jump in, run this into the ground if necessary to give it one more chance. You actually are being guided to sit at the crossroads for a second. Take inventory, like with Emperor and 10 of Wands. Has this person grown so far? Have they stepped into a more elevated energy? Are they able to carry some of the burden of healing this connection? Like, it's not exclusively yours. You can't take all of this on your shoulders. Queen of Cups in reverse can be emotional overgiver. You guys have so much love to give that you might not even notice it. Take a second, don't answer immediately. I think this is where that like don't forget to send it back comes in. If you guys are manifesting your divine masculine life partner and then this person returns unhealed, isn't going to be healthy, it's okay to send it back. If this is truly your person, they'll come back again. If this is your divinely guided person, this isn't your one shot at reconciliation. Put everything back, been reshuffling. Let's get into their half of the reading. Tell me about this connection through your person's point of view. Okay, the World. 3 of Swords in reverse. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, 2 of Cups. Cute. Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. 4 of Cups in reverse and Empress. Okay, 2 more, please. 2 more. King of Swords. Sorry, I had a cat here. Did not wait to deal with that. 1 more, please. This person's point of view. Emperor in reverse. And then a few of these from their point of view, please. Okay. Justice, Getaway in reverse, Ghost, Emotions, Bottled up in reverse with secrets. That's too many. Risky in reverse. I thought so. Okay, crazy. That's too many. We'll take union. That came out nicely. Side piece in reverse. What are we talking about? That third party? What's that third party? Observing in reverse. We have faith, bottom of the deck. King of Swords is very logical, very analytical. This is someone that doesn't like to feel their feelings. As much as they can divorce themselves from their own emotional state, they do. They try to compartmentalize as much as possible. This ghost, we have like no contact, cold, disappearing, leaving behind. They're aware that they've ghosted you, pulled back without explanation. They're aware that it's unfair. We have justice. They're aware that that's not how they should be treating you. To the same extent that they will like cut off how they feel and cut off vulnerability from you, they'll do it internally as well. Like they emotionally ghost themselves. Does that make any sense? Giving like someone can only meet you as deeply as they've met themselves. Historically, they've done as much as possible not to meet themselves that deeply. They've kept things inside. They haven't opened up. There's heartbreak they haven't wanted to face. Three of Swords in reverse. You guys have been like, okay, I'm not really getting the communication I need. Not having those deep connecting conversations. You guys maybe feel like your emotional needs haven't been met. That's a very long-standing pattern for this person. They haven't wanted to face the heartbreak associated with you, specifically with Three of Swords in reverse coming out above Empress. This did break up officially, losing you, or if there has been disconnect that's been kind of like left to fester, feeling like they could lose you and could end up heartbroken and grieving you. A lot of stuff is coming up. Bottled up in reverse, keeping things inside. Emotions coming out upright, like in and out, like waves crashing, unpredictable. Deep waves of emotion coming up to be processed. This connection specifically with you has been a lot. It's been a huge catalyst for them. Four of Cups in reverse, where maybe they've taken things for granted with other people in the past. They haven't been emotionally available. They probably feel like you guys kind of like broke their brain a little bit. They are planning how to bring some kind of new cycle in. They are keeping themselves stuck in the planning phase right now. There's a lot of overthinking about this. Not gonna just like come running in, like get away in reverse, go on vacation, begin an adventure, run away together in reverse. They don't want to be impulsive about this. They want to be really careful if they do initiate. Wheel of Fortune, I feel like they're almost waiting for a sign, because like I said, when we were doing your point of view, I had this little sneaking suspicion you guys have a very different idea of how to go forward, and then they have risky in reverse. Both of you want this, you feel it with each other. You guys are like, if we burn up on re-entry, at least we went up in the first place. I think they do want to leave something on the table. I think they're like expecting you guys to be friends after this. I don't think they want to be your friend, to be totally honest. Observing in reverse, being watched, social media stalking, keeping an eye on you. In reverse, I think they are on the same page as you. They have such deep emotions for you. They love you. They want the best for you. If they can't give it to you, they want someone to give you that happy, healthy relationship. I don't think they want to see it either. I think it would be really hard for them knowing that you guys have a negative perception of them. Maybe people have regretted them in the past. I don't feel like you guys feel that about them. You guys are frustrated, but I think overall you guys have a good perception of them. If anything, they think that you think that they're better than they are. Faith in reverse, wishing, hoping, praying. I don't know if they even have that faith in themselves. For you guys, you don't really care if it's no contact on good terms or no contact on bad terms. It would be really hard for them to know that you guys have that kind of perception of them, though. It means something to them. You guys are out there and still having a good perception of them, because they aren't that confident in their ability to do better. There's a lot of self-doubt here. Three of Cups, bottom of the deck, Eight of Cups beneath that. I think the big like third party blockage for them, this feels inevitable. Eight of Cups, you guys walking away. Part of them is like, the longer you guys are here, or the more times you try, there's more chances for them to be like found out. Found out as like not good enough, basically. They see you guys as Queen of Pentacles and Empress, and Queen of Stability, which maybe you guys don't feel like in this connection, but they see you and they see this like source of strength, emotionally strong. Like, you're so able to hold space. I think they are very aware that you're the one that's been holding this down so far. You're just absolutely incredible, unparalleled, the most incredible person. Two of Cups, union, reconciliation, coming back, making it work, second chance. We do have Emperor and Empress, divine masculine and divine feminine. They do feel this deep unexplainable connection to you. Ultimately, they are going to choose to put reconciliation on the table. 3 cards. Okay, Hierophant. 3 of Wands, bottom of the deck. Hierophant, 10 of Pentacles. Are you kidding? One more. How are they being guided to move in this? King of Pentacles in reverse is interesting. 3 of Wands, bottom of the deck. Just move. Just start moving. Kind of their guidance is like, just start. This King of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like don't expect it to be perfect. The King of Pentacles traditionally isn't like perfectionism. The upright King of Pentacles is that pinnacle of stability, consistency. Their idea of being a consistent, good partner is getting it right every single time. Being perfect every day, being a perfect partner every single day. They have all of this doubt because they can't be like perfect every single day, and then they go straight here. It's not like it's a bad thing to think long term. 10 of Pentacles is years, if not decades in the making. This is investing together, building together. This is the home. Hierophant, higher levels of commitment, potentially even a marriage card. Kind of tend to overwhelm themselves. It's like they're being hard on themselves 10 years in advance. That's kind of what I feel like this 3 of Wands is like, just start moving. Wands are very short-term energy. What do the next 6 months look like? It feels like just show up, do your best day to day. I don't think you guys put any kind of pressure on them to be perfect. There's room to mess up here and there, obviously like within reason. I think this person would really benefit from being where your feet are. Just because they come back doesn't mean they fully return. You never meet the same person twice. You guys are going to be different in this connection because you guys aren't going to take on all of the burden, and they're going to be different because some of those emotional floodgates have opened. Ideally, they're going to step up without putting pressure to be perfect. Finishing up, these ones are objective. They're not tied to anyone's point of view. Forming structure, solid foundation. And I do think reconciliation is on the table. It seems like Taurus season that's when the big shift happens for a lot of my collective. The option's there, but it involves both of you stepping into more of an empowered state. Memories and nostalgia in reverse, like we started with. You never meet the same version of someone twice. You guys need to step into more of an empowered state of like, I'm not going to overgive. Take on the burden of both people in this connection. They need to start getting into this empowered state of, I don't need to be perfect. This person feels like a perfectionist, but I do needs to be perfect to like make up for it coming from me. Sometimes perfectionism is almost like atonement. That's what this person feels like. And that's why there's avoidance, because they have all these limiting beliefs and fears about who they are. They're afraid that they're not good enough. That's where distance is created. I feel like you're gonna find them out. They like the idea of someone out there thinking that they are good enough, even if in their point of view, twin flame energy, even if in their point of view you think they're good enough because you don't have all the information. It's something they hold on to. Tell me more. Divine feminine. Growth and summer. It really seems like a Taurus season gets things moving. Stay in your divine feminine energy though. You don't need to chase. You don't need to overgive. A lot of attraction, Mars hot, a lot of chemistry, reunion and soul ties here. Masculine in reverse. Empress and divine feminine upright. Emperor and divine masculine in reverse. Just a little behind in their healing journey. It doesn't mean they can't get there, that they can't change, that they can't move forward towards family, home, commitment. Anything else for synastry? Oh my. Is that self-worth and expectations? It is. Again, self-worth, expectations. This person is a perfectionist. Everyone else is allowed to make a mistake except for this person. If this person messes up, they are horrible and unworthy in their point of view. Spy watching, inspecting in reverse. You guys are both kind of like, if it's not you guys, you both want the best for each other. You both really want each other to end up happy. Neither of you want a front row seat to that show. Mercury messages, travel, communication coming in. Bringing south node, comfort zone in reverse. Some of these patterns have started being broken. The old version of them isn't coming back. The process of becoming a new version of themselves definitely looks like it's for the better. It looks like there's a lot of healing coming with it. I'm finishing up with a few of these just so you guys know it's your reading. We have friends with divine masculine, tattoos. Maybe they haven't fully stepped into that energy yet, but I think they can. Someone's getting a new tattoo soon. Divine feminine coming out again. Very heavy soul connection here. Friends with benefits / situationship. Could have been a situationship that kind of fizzled. This person putting all this pressure on themselves, it's like, oh, maybe I'm not going to be the absolute perfect husband or wife. I can't provide the perfect home in like a situationship. And like, well, what about when we live together? And I think you guys are a little like, what does an official exclusive relationship look like? Like, let's walk before we run. Adventure and long distance. You guys do have a getaway coming up. Blockages breaking down. We have hazel eyes. We have Doberman energy. Someone who does struggle to show their emotions, so they might show that they care. Being a bit more protective, more of like a harder exterior. Deep down, this person is a jelly bean. I definitely don't think they want most people to know about that like soft interior. We have avoidant tendencies again. We have uniform. I might wear a uniform for work. Yeah, they go straight to like family. Like, absolutely not a bad thing. They're taking things so seriously. I do think they're kind of stressing themselves out about 10 years from now. Black cat energy. I always take like black cat energy and Doberman together as like very similar aesthetics. They like look like a couple. You have an offer coming in. I don't think either of you think you're ever gonna be like friends if this doesn't work out. You guys have felt left out in the cold by this situation. You felt kind of abandoned by this person. They've been overthinking. They've even been crying. I don't think they want anyone to know that. With dark hair and blue eyes. Final thoughts. Don't be afraid to send this back. If it's not going to be different enough, if things aren't healed enough to be healthy for you, don't be afraid to send it back. If this is truly meant to be your person, it will come back around again. Both of you need to be open to essentially like meeting a new version of each other. We're going to follow this situation as it progresses. That's what I have for you guys today. I'll see you when I see you.